ever notice how in South Africa, black people don't even know how to solve the most basic conflict? And before you get triggered, relax. I'm black. I love my people. But what I'm gonna say is what no one else has the guts to say. Because it's the truth. And the truth hurts more than a tavern stabbing on payday. Let's start with the obvious. Look around you. Who commits most of the crimes in South Africa? Be honest, it's us. It's not aliens, it's not imported violence from Mars, it's not a white farmer with a shotgun hiding in the bush. And don't you dare say, no, it's because we're the majority race. So that means you can stab each other, rob each other, shoot each other, hijack each other because you're the majority race. If you open the newspaper and read the crime stories, 9 out of 10 times it's a black South African involved. We don't even know how to solve the most basic conflict without pulling out a knife, a gun, or calling 10 cousins to back us up. And it's not just crime. It's the whole family structure. Who's got the most fatherless homes? It's us. Who's raising kids without dads and then blaming the government, blaming apartheid, blaming the weather or the price of bread? It's us. We the ones who normalize broken families. We the ones who normalize kids growing up without fathers. And then we wonder why our sons grow up angry, meth addicts, violent and lost. We wonder why our daughters are chasing sugar daddies at 16 and chilling in the club. It's because the most basic building block of society, the family, is broken in our community. Speaking of that, let's talk about the teenage pregnancies. Who's falling at the clinics at 16, 17, 18 years old with babies they can't even feed? Black women. We laugh about it, we joke about it, we act like it's just culture. It's not culture, it's dysfunction. You can't build a society when every second teenager is raising another child while she's still a child herself. And we clap for it. We normalize it. We say, it happens. No, it shouldn't. That's basic conflict resolution. Don't bring kids into the world if you cannot manage your own life. And then there's the taverns. Don't even get me started on the taverns. You ever notice how in black communities, every street corner has a tavern? We don't have libraries, we don't have gyms, we don't have youth centers, we have taverns. And what happens in the taverns? Every weekend, there's stabbings, there's shootings, fights, a bunch of police cars there. And then the next day, the same people are filling up the hospital beds. And the same aunties are crying outside the morgue. And the same uncles are saying, yo, life is tough. Life isn't tough. Your kids have decided to be stupid. You are creating your own chaos. You are filling the hospitals with wounds you gave yourself. And don't get me wrong, I'm not attacking black South Africans. I'm attacking the nonsense we allow. You get what I mean? Because if I don't call it out, who will? The white liberals? They'll just pat you on your head and say, shame, man, it's poverty, hey. Politicians, they love it. Chaos brings them power. No, the only one who can call out black people is black people. We are the ones with the most gold diggers. Let's be honest, we invented the culture of soft life and chasing the bag through someone else's wallet. We glorify it in music. Look at our black influencers. We make memes out of it. But in reality, it destroys families. It destroys trust. It destroys entire generations of men and women who don't know what real partnership is. Instead of building families, we're building OnlyFans accounts and more prostitution. Instead of raising children, we're raising followers on Instagram because kids are expensive. And what about drugs? Every black family has at least one drug addict. You know it, I know it, we all know it. Either it's nyaupe, crack, ndanda, something else. You can't go to a township without seeing someone's brother lying in the street, high out of his mind from having a blunt, begging for coins, stealing washing off the line. And the family just shrugs. That's just him. No, that is dysfunction. That is conflict unresolved. Instead of facing problems head on, we sweep them under the rug until the rug becomes a mountain of trash. And then there's the kidnapping. Who runs the kidnapping syndicates? It's not the white kids from Sandton. It's not the Indian kids in Durban. It's not the Coloureds in Cape Town. Sometimes, it's us mostly, black South Africans. We're the ones targeting each other's children, selling each other out, running syndicates, being the taxi bosses, trafficking people, and then we go to church on Sunday and sing about Jesus. Hypocrisy of the highest order. You see, what I'm saying is simple. The things destroying black South Africans and the black community here are not complicated. They are not advanced global conspiracies. They are basic conflicts, basic issues, things that any functioning society would have solved decades ago, but we can't. And here's the irony. We're the ones in power. We fought for decades to get the vote, to get control, to get power. And when we finally got it, when we were raising our fists in the air, what did we do about it? We created more chaos. We failed a failed government, with dysfunction at home. We exported the same fatherless, broken culture into the institutions that were supposed to save us. Look at parliament. Look at government. It's the same story. You can't resolve basic conflict. There must always be a fight. Can't manage basic responsibilities. Everyone is pointing fingers. Everyone is stealing. Everyone is playing the victim. Meanwhile, the roads have potholes. The lights are off. The taps are dry. And crime is through the roof. Recently, a Ukrainian refugee was stabbed brutally live on television in a public train. You want to guess the color of the killer? We only knew how to fight for the chair. Once we got it, we didn't know how to run the room. And the funniest part, we rap about it, we sing about it, we celebrate it. Every single black rapper in South Africa is now singing about killing each other, stabbing each other, coming out of prison, robbing each other, taking each other's women, drinking till dawn, doing drugs, hurting white people. We've turned dysfunction into art. We've turned our own destruction into entertainment. That's how deep the problem is. Now, let me make it clear. This is not self-hate, this is love. Because if you don't love your people, you won't tell them the truth. If I hated black South Africans, I'd keep quiet, I'd watch the chaos, I'd enjoy it, I'd laugh while everything burns. But I love my people enough to call them out. You get what I mean? To tell them that we are our own problem. They need to stop blaming apartheid, blaming whites, blaming foreigners, blaming the weather, blaming God. The problem is in the mirror. And I want to flip it inspirational because here's the real deal. If we caused the problem, we can fix it. That's the good news. You don't have to sit and wait for anyone to save you. You don't have to wait for government. You don't have to wait for some white savior. If black South Africans look in the mirror and decide to take responsibility, we can fix this overnight. You don't need a Malema to come and tell you you can do it. Stop having kids you can't feed. Stop glorifying crime in music. Stop drinking yourself to death every single weekend. Stop protecting your drug-addicted cousin and get him real help, whether he wants it or not. Stop stabbing each other at taverns over 50 rand and a chick. Stop glorifying sugar daddies and actually build families. Stop making excuses. That's basic. That is conflict resolution 101. But instead, we choose chaos. We choose dysfunction. We choose to stay victims, even when we're the ones in power. And that's the sick joke of it all. We fought to remove white people from power. And then when we got the power, we became our own worst oppressors. The government is black now, majority. The police is majority black now. The courts are black. The criminals are black. The corruption is black. The gold diggers are majority black. And somehow we still blame everyone else. I'll end with this. The world doesn't owe black South Africans a single thing anymore because we've been in charge now. We are in control of our own destiny and we are still failing. If we don't wake up, if we don't stop the dysfunction, then don't be shocked when the future looks even darker. Don't be shocked when your kids are still living in chaos, killing each other for 20 rand alpani bread. Because the truth is, no one is coming to save us. We either learn to solve basic conflict or we perish. It's that simple. And if the truth hurts, good. Maybe pain is the only thing that can wake you up. And here's the truth I don't think enough of you want to admit. If we don't stop this basic cycle now, then we're not just failing ourselves, we are failing the next generation of black South Africans. Our kids are watching us. They're absorbing everything. They're doing what a kid does. They're learning from our chaos, our mistakes, the environment, and most importantly, our excuses. If all they see is fatherless homes, broken families, pregnant teenagers, crime celebrated in music, little girls being trafficked and being brushed off as normal, and people who feed them lies, then guess what? They're going to normalize it. They're going to grow up believing dysfunction is culture. They'll wear it like a badge. And that is the most dangerous thing. we can ever pass down. I don't want that for our kids. I don't want the next wave of young black South Africans to inherit a country where stabbing someone in a tavern and rapping about it is more common than finishing a degree, where getting your girlfriend pregnant at 16 is just the way it goes, where daughters think their worth comes from a man's wallet in the club, and where sons think masculinity means beating the crap out of their wives. That is not legacy, that's a curse. And here's the thing, the curse ends with us if we decide it does. If we are bold enough to admit the problem, to fight the rot, to hold our own accountable, then it will be done. We cannot be complaining about the system when most of our pain is self-inflicted. We keep saying apartheid this, segregation that. 31 years later, we've been in charge of the house, and instead of repairing it, we're burning it down with our own hands. So I say this for the future, for the kids who deserve better. Let's not hand them over the same cycle of poverty, violence, and brokenness. Let's not let them inherit a South Africa where mediocrity is glorified and discipline is demonized. Let us give them something different. Let us prove that black South Africans can rise, can lead, can create homes of stability, love, and strength. Let us show them that we can break the pattern, because if we don't, then we are the problem. And we are dragging our own children into the same pit we claim we are trying to escape. That's why I make the videos I make. That's why I speak. That's why I call it out. Because I love my people. I love my country, and I refuse to sit back and watch us sabotage the future of our kids. Like and subscribe.